Hey everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this channel should be taken as a recommendation to buy or sell. I also trade all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading, so you might be interested in that. Okay guys, here we are. It's a Thursday and we are staring down the barrel of a pretty significant pullback. It is happening. This is the place to watch. So just to kind of give you, for anyone who might be new, definitely go to cryptoinfluencers.com and just sign up as on the free channel. This is the best place to get information first. So anyway, this is where you'll find me. On Wednesdays we do a live stream, so you'll have to check all the socials for that. But yeah, we have been talking for about, 2 weeks, because the bull trap, I said be prepared for a bull trap right around April 22nd and 3rd. When we lost this line and we dropped down to here, the next thing on the list, once you lose, once you've kind of had a higher high and we've kind of moved past the resistance, we should have found support on this line. The fact that we did not, and this line is at 28,476, and this is beginning of April. When we slipped below this line and dropped further back into our trading range that we had been working on before, I knew from this that our trend to the upside was done. And so the next move up is a sell the bull trap move. And so I put on my pro channel, I pointed out this close right here as the likely target for our bull trap. And I put a sell order right here. It was right at 29,425. So I was just a tiny bit below this close, just a hair under there. And on this day, I hit my sell order. Then we came down and we dropped out of the yellow zone. And so I doubled my short position at 28,300, just because the next day we had pulled up a little bit. And so by the time we had done all of this, my average short is sitting at 28,800, something like that, pretty close to the middle of this range. And what I didn't know is that we were going to do a double bull trap. So we hit the bull trap perfectly. This close was absolutely spot on right here. And we hit a yellow zone, and I figured we were just going to kind of melt off, because once you hit a yellow zone, you're dropping. But I kind of got faked out, and this brought us back to a slightly higher close than this. So this started getting a little weird. But I just stuck to my guns. I was like, this move hasn't had a break. We haven't had a break. Slowly higher lows. Last video, you remember me talking about this slope of this line. It's the slope of this line that's sloping upwards that makes me bearish on this current move, because we need to pull back and get a support. Well, breaking this, closing below this line right here is the line that really confirms the breakout. So we hit yellow zone, so we already knew that the yellow zones here typically will go down 10 to 15%, from 10 to 20%. Like dropping out of the yellow zone is huge. But the yellow zone lasts about 7 days, at least not the yellow zone, but the maximum selling climax usually happens pretty quick. The emotions in a market go much quicker on the bearish emotions. The fear emotion is stronger than the greed emotion. So usually it'll get there faster. And if we don't get there fast, it'll just be, then that means we're not done. we're gonna keep dropping. But this is the full meltdown. We've been watching this move. We've watched it play out. We've been expecting it, anticipating it. I've placed orders to capture it, and so my average short is here, and we are moving deep into profit land over here. So this is pretty sweet. But yeah, this Bitcoin drop, we have 40 minutes left on this candle. It would take a miracle to go from the 26,920 where we are and back and find this line of support at 27,500. It would be pretty strange for us to gain $600 in 40 minutes. So I'm counting this as the breakdown candle. This is what is going to start our move. So to be 5 days in the yellow zone and barely break, that means we've consolidated. We've been sideways for a long time. So the downward movement has just begun, in my opinion. We're just barely getting there, and the 50 is officially sloping downwards. So this is a new. Well, actually, let's just checking these prices really quick. We've been slightly sloping down ever since our 50 days entered this top zone here. So I guess for a few days. But it's starting to slightly slope down. As the price moves down, it's going to pull this down with us. And later, we'll be looking for a break out of this to confirm our bullish trend at the end of this. But for now, we're looking for a drop. And the drop will usually find a climax, and then usually there's some oscillations. In fact, this is the exception to the rule. This drop here where we just reversed and went crazy is the exception to the rule. We don't normally see this. What normally happens is we drop and we kind of oscillate for a while. So this is normally a month. So if you think this is going to be a one and done quick move, get out of there just like this, it's probably not. Historically speaking, on the average event where we're leaving the green zone, usually there's a period of time where we have to, if we hit a solid climax within the next couple of days, we're still going to bounce. We're going to slowly find some support. We're going to slowly convince people that this move is over, and then we start working our way back up. But I don't know how intense this is going to be. So all I know is that I need to be short, and I knew that from up in here. And now we're watching to see what the structure looks like. If I see any kind of an acceleration, that will help me know that we're getting close. And then any kind of reversal candle at the bottom of this is probably getting pretty close. The other scenario is that you can kind of have a drop and then a bounce, a level off, and a second drop. That's usually in a pretty bearish market though. So I'm not sure if we'll see that kind of action, but I'll be watching very closely. So if you guys stay tuned to my channel, hopefully I can spot it on the other side. But this is a huge moment. We're breaking down. The other thing is, so if we were trying to be the most conservative to say, questioning whether this has broken down or not, we could take this and just go fully level. This is the line we've been watching for this entire time. So if I slope it upwards, this kind of tells the story of our slowly increasing momentum. And now we're breaking down today. Well, if I go full level, we may actually have our final close right on this line. So this is possible. This line, by the way, is 26,881. So it would take a close below 26,850 or something, or more to kind of put the nail in the coffin. But we're technically not broken down until we close below this line. I feel like the other line is telling the story. This is definitely our increasing support. It hits the most candles all the way up. So I think this is a breakdown. Tomorrow we'll probably sell off pretty fast. I'm expecting in about an hour when this market closes, we could have a pretty ugly day tomorrow. So buckle up for that. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we got anything else. And our wicks, we're looking for wicks at 25,250 or below. So we're looking to drop pretty good, pretty good. So that's what we're expecting on Bitcoin. I wasn't sure because Bitcoin, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart is showing a lot of strength. And I'm kind of expecting Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin. But because we have a little bit of a red candle on this chart, Ethereum has slightly fallen more than Bitcoin. So let's take a look at that. These are the levels on Ethereum, and this level is just as perfect as can be. I mean, we are absolutely all over this resistance, all the way up to this reversal here, and then it took a big candle to break it. So this line is absolutely cement as far as a resistance level here and a support level ever since. So we have enjoyed, how many days? We broke through here, and we've enjoyed support on this for 36 days. We've had a full month of support on top of this line. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 touches. So we have a lot of evidence to say that this is an important line. And today, our candle body undeniably is breaking this line. So our candle body has broken this line in 34 minutes. It's not very likely that we're going to pull back up to 1821 in the next 34 minutes. So this is a breakdown. So now the question will be, at close, now what? Is this going to completely turn upside down? Are we going to have one of these absolute crazy drops like this? I don't know. I think Ethereum's going to be stronger than Bitcoin because of the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. I also see the structure on Ethereum much, much stronger. We have a very defined line here, a very defined support, very defined resistance, very defined support. If we break this, our line is at 17,004. And it is, if we're in a bull market, this line could hold. So let me draw this. If we start at the bottom of this candle here and go straight up through here, and that might be a little too aggressive, so I'll pull it back down to here. We're still getting 3 touches. Let me move my face. No, I'll just move this over. Okay. So we still have a touch here. We've got lots of touches here, but we'll just count this as 2. And then number 3. This is our third touch. What I am expecting is if we are truly in a bull market, and especially with the fundamentals of Ethereum just being unbelievable, I don't know if we're going to really fall that far. And I've been the Pro channel can tell you that I'm treating it differently than Bitcoin because I'm expecting us to perhaps get down to this line, but it's probably not going to break this line here. So we just might get there in a day or two, and that might be it. Because all we needed was a healthy pullback. We have the structure we need to really have a good strong market. And so we could pull back a little bit and continue on. If we broke this, it would be probably a less than 50% chance. So, I mean, I'm just kind of playing it the way I see it. If we really got weird, I mean, we could pull back a bit. But I think overall, from a real high level, I think our bottom is in. I think we're slowly increasing in momentum. Our fundamentals are phenomenal. So this is going to follow Bitcoin as far as dropping off. But I think that the second Bitcoin shows any kind of support, Ethereum's going to start outperforming. I've been kind of waiting for that to happen, but it hasn't quite happened yet. But there's just more and more evidence that we're getting there. So that's why I'm getting more excited. All right. So that is kind of what's happening. So today is the day. This is the day we've been looking for about 2 weeks, waiting for this to pull back and really break down and find whatever bottom we're going to find. So we have it. This is the day that it's all happening. Now the shorts are in. Everything's in profit. We're pulling back. Now we're looking for where do we buy, and the market's going to have to give us more information. We're going to have to watch and see how the price reacts, how intense the drop is, you know, how much we consolidate, how quickly we consolidate. There's just a lot to look at. From this perspective, we don't have enough information to know where the bottom is. People that are like, you know, drawing things and pulling back, and even if they're doing Fibonacci lines and whatever, they're all guessing. We don't know what it looks like until the chart gives us more evidence. We can always guess that maybe 17 could be a pretty strong level. This rising support could be a pretty strong level, but you know, I don't know that if Bitcoin loses $2,000 in the next day or two, that Ethereum might really get spooked and accelerate. So we're just gonna have to play it by ear. We're gonna have to definitely watch closely, but we all love to watch this stuff, and we're gonna see how it all plays out. So that is your update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I kind of waited till the end of day because this is such a major move that if we break down, it is massive. And this yellow zone should last probably about a month. So however long it takes, our 50 is going to have to curl down. That'll help us get out faster. We're going to have to find some support, you know, around the 25,000 level and start oscillating to gain some strength. That would be a recipe for ending this soonish and trying again. So most people believe, and I'll need to see the evidence, but most technicians believe that there's another run. And it's because almost every time exiting the bottom of the bear market, we have some kind of a push, and then we either go sideways or consolidate for 6 months to 9 months. And that usually begins time-wise about a year or 9 months before the halving. So if we're leaning more towards the 9-month mark, we're looking at mid, June, July. So that means there's plenty of room for another run one more time before we start doing that. Or if this just got ugly and we oscillated here. But I kind of feel like we're probably not going to run out of steam yet, mostly because of the weekly. The weekly looks ridiculously bullish. The weekly simply needs a tiny pullback to intersect these wicks here, bounce off the 200 week, and we're out of here. So the weekly looks really bullish. So that kind of makes me feel like maybe this pullback won't be too intense. So it might be short-lived. I don't know. But all I know is that we're breaking down, and we'll see what the market gives us. Once we start seeing support, then I'll call it out and let you know. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for being here. Good luck to everybody in their trading, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. Make sure you keep those trades small. Don't force a trade. Don't get impatient. And if you want to see how all this works, please come over and check me out on the subscription channel at cryptoinfluencers.com. Again, the link is in the description.